to say is some of you are dirty. Dirty! I went through a couple of the responses that you guys left me on my Instagram story where I asked you to leave me your deepest, darkest secret, and I am honestly in shock. I cannot believe some of you, okay? This is a judgment-free zone, so everything in this video, we are not judging anybody. We are literally just reading our deepest, darkest secrets. And clearly, my deepest, darkest secret is not being able to take care of my hair. I look like I got electrocuted by like 5 different lightning bolts. I woke up this morning with dirty ass hair and I made a decision. Do I take a shower and wait 2 to 3 hours for my hair to dry? Or do I just rock the dirt? And guess what? I'm rocking the dirt. So I'm hoping that my hoop earrings are distracting you from my greasy ass roots and my dry ass ends. So like I said, today we're gonna be reading a deepest, darkest secrets. So let's go ahead and just jump into these. I will obviously not be sharing usernames because we're not trying to expose people like that, okay? Really? I love how one of my friends put, I farted and Steven ate it. Thank you. Another one of my friends, sometimes I forget to flush. These are not deep, dark secrets. Girl, I've been to your house. I know. Just kidding. I used to deflate my sister's boyfriend's mattress, so I assume like an air mattress, so we could have to share the bed. So you used to purposely poke holes in your sister's boyfriend's air mattress so he'd be forced to get in bed with. Bitch. But shit, I gotta keep my man away from you, cause girl, you might be trying to set something up. I once ate a Jolly Rancher from somebody's butthole. No, you didn't. When I was having sex with my boyfriend, I was thinking about my high school teacher. Okay, so I know about the fantasy with like the high school teacher because y'all, my biology teacher was that for me. He was it. I just walked in class like, hey, like I like your haircut or like nice shoes. I almost failed that class, but he decided to pass me for some reason. But all I have to say is when I turned 18 years old, he followed me on Facebook. So I don't know what that means either. On my birthday, I got really drunk and ended up sleeping with my friend who was taken. I hooked up with my Uber driver. Honestly, I could see that happening. Because keep in mind, like, you're human, they're human, and like if you guys feel a little spark, a little interaction, you know, just something there, attraction. There's been times when I've been in Ubers and I've just like really clicked with the person that I've been talking to, or that's been driving me, but I've never like gotten like that kind of feeling. But I could totally see that happening. The time when I was 5, my sister said I had to be her servant, so I peed in her drink. Bold. One time in elementary school, my best friend ran for class president and I didn't vote for her. Honestly, that's me in Fashion Famous when I'm with my friends. They're like, okay, we're gonna vote each other 5 stars automatically so we can all win. And then I decide to be a sneaky bitch and only vote 2 stars so I get first place. I hate my boyfriend. Just kidding, I'm just high. Like, okay. I purposely block out when drinking so I can have the balls to do legendary shit. I know people like you. They purposely get fucked up because they want to like be bold as hell and not feel any sort of restrictions. I have a couple friends like that, but I'm always the DD, even though I'm not driving or whatever, even if we Uber around. I'm always the one that's like taking care of everybody because they love to get bold. So if you have friends that are taking care of you during this time, be very appreciative of them. Because honestly, I have seen my friends in very questionable situations and state of minds while blacked out, and it didn't make me love them any less, but it made me go, okay, I see you. I take grocery bags to Walmart and bag my groceries in the men's department and walk out. So you're telling me you take empty Walmart bags in like your purse and then you get all your groceries and you go in the men's section and then you start putting everything in your bags and then you walk out like you paid. Honestly? Okay, I'm just kidding. Don't endorse stealing, I don't endorse theft, and I better not find out that 5 of you get arrested for trying to do this. I still talk to my baby daddy that I have a restraining order against. Have a restraining order, sis. There is a reason, right? I broke up with my ex after stalking him and this girl and finding out they hang out often. So you found out that your boyfriend was hanging out with this girl a little too much and then you just dumped him. Did you talk to him first? Did you have a conversation about it? I don't like to think the most negative at first. I used to be that person in the past where like I would hear one thing and I would run with it. But if you guys had a conversation and then you found out that like, yeah, he was not being like trustworthy, sure. But make sure you have that convo because it could have just been a friend for all you know. I have that belief that guys and girls can just be friends without any sort of like sexual connotation, but I know a lot of people don't think that way and they're like, no, that girl must have intentions. I've liked every one of my best friends at one point. Girl, you can't help it, you can't help it. I mean, the people that you end up like attracting into your life or you try to be friends with, it's possible that you might have a little bit of an attraction for them. When I was little, I saw a kid being kidnapped. I told my parents about it and they still don't believe me. So you told them that you saw a child getting taken away. Literally after every one of these, I'm like, jaw drop. So you told your parents that you saw a kid get kidnapped and they're like, man, don't worry about it. If my child told me that they saw someone getting kidnapped, I would probably believe them 100% because it's like, why would a kid with a limited amount of knowledge be able to say that like, I saw a child being taken and then not believe them? I've done porn. Okay, girl. My first time giving at my cousin's house on his bed with his best friend. My boyfriend is 43 years older than me. Okay, dating older men. Honestly, like, how is that? Have any of you guys had like experiences dating older men? I personally have never dated anybody above the age of 30 just because one, I'm scared of like the commitment that they might want, meaning like children and all that stuff and getting married right away. So I usually only go 1 or 2 years under or 1 to 5 years older than me. Like, what's that whole experience? Is it different? Is it more mature? Like, let me know in the comments below if you've had that experience. I told my mom my boyfriend made me snort Midol, but I gave him a and his came out of my nose. Tell me you went down on your mans and the shit went all over the place and you didn't clean your face before going home. I've been in love with my best friend for 3 years. Tell them, you have to open up. Oh wait, actually, hold on. It's kind of scary because it's like you don't want to go that next step in fear of like ruining the friendship. But if you think that there might be something there, then honestly, like, just open up to them about it. They're your best friend, keep in mind, so they should know everything about you. And that's why I say don't use the term best friend very loosely, because this is somebody that should really have your best interest 100%, is going to keep it real with you like all the time. My best friend's boyfriend called her my name while they had 3 different times. So how does your friend feel about that? Because obviously that means that like your friend's boyfriend is thinking of you when like they're in bed with her. I like a boy and he likes me too, but I don't really love myself, so I'm not doing anything about it. No, you're doing the right thing, girl. Like, if you don't love yourself, you are not ready to love somebody else. That is actually so important. You have to fully love yourself and respect yourself before going into a relationship. So whenever things might get a little fishy, you know to get out and not stay because you know what you're worth. When I was 7, I found my mom's old phone and she had this sex ed show saved and I watched it when you were 7. So you were basically educated about all this stuff at like 7 years old. I'm very sadist, but I still don't like to see people get hurt. It's weird, I swear. Yeah, because doesn't that mean that like you enjoy and you take pleasure in seeing people get harmed and stuff like that? So maybe you're not. I low-key eat my boogers. Okay. Sometimes I fake emotions when I feel they are necessary. I think I've been there before myself, and I don't want to expose why I did that, but like, I like girls and I have a boyfriend of 4 months. Okay, I'm noticing a lot of people in these comments and in these responses are not being 100% honest with their partner. We're literally only harming yourself by being in a relationship with the gender that you're not even attracted to, like, trust me. I was in a mentally abusive 8-month relationship and I had everyone thinking things were fine. I'm glad that you say you were and it's not a current thing. I'm glad you got out of that, girl. Darkest secret is I don't think I want to marry my fiance. My cousin and I walked into an abandoned house in Detroit and found a dead squatter and left. You guys don't know what squatters is. It's basically people that break into homes that could either be abandoned or somebody's, you know, they have like a rental property and they haven't visited it recently, so maybe this person broke in and they've been there for like over 30 days. So I think the state has to actually like get them out at that point. But damn, y'all really found like a dead body and just left it there. Low-key hate my cousin for kissing my mans, but it is what it is. No, it is not what it is. That is your cousin, that is your family, that is your blood, and they have no no. Like, at this point, you better run up because, like, I killed 3 fish, ... No one knew it was me. I didn't do it on purpose, though. I fed them too much. I used to love having fish, like goldfish and betta fish as pets growing up. I stole makeup and a phone from my friend when I was younger. Who the fuck was I? A thief. I have only stolen 1 time in my life, and every time I share this story with people, they're like, really, Vanessa? Like, that's your stealing story? Which, I mean, nobody should have a stealing story in the first place. My stealing story was I went to a science center here in Arizona. I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade when this happened. I was broke as shit. My mom only gave me like $10 for lunch and a souvenir. So I was like, bitch, I'm gonna spend $10 on my food and I'm gonna take a souvenir. So my ass went into the mineral rock section. You know, like in the science museums and stuff, they have like those little baggies and you can fill them up with like cool little rocks and stuff. I took rocks. I don't know why I thought that that was the souvenir that I wanted. I could have took like a farting slime thingy. I could have took a bouncy ball, but I went over to the rocks and went. Had a threesome with a coworker. We found a picture of his girlfriend that he hid in his drawer for the night. It's not your fault if you didn't know at all, but like, oh my god, that's actually so sad for the girlfriend. I killed someone. No, you didn't. I don't believe that. You literally look like 13. I'm a whore. I love that. Whenever I don't know what to say to people, I'm like, yes, or I love it for you. It's not that dark, but I'm a freshman and I love a senior. That's normal, girl. Now, however, the conversation about senior guys liking freshman girls, and some people think it's kind of predatorial. Honestly, I remember that situation in high school. There was this guy that I liked. We were best friends, but like we didn't end up like going that route. I kind of had a crush on him, and then he ended up getting a girlfriend. I remember he was 18 going on 19 because we were seniors in high school, and the girl that he was with just turned 15. And I remember all of us were like, why? Like, why are you with a 15-year-old? Like, you're almost 19. That's illegal, isn't it? 'Cause he's already an adult, so she's a whole minor. How does that work? Like, how does that work when you're in high school still and like you're 18 and you try to date someone who's like 4? You should know. That doesn't sound okay in my head. I'm sorry, no. In a whole different mentality, but like, no. I feel like a lot of guys that are seniors that date the freshman girls are like taking advantage of them like low key. Sometimes I resent my own mother because of her depression and the way she acts because of it, as horrible as that is. No, you have every right to feel the way that you do. I grew up with a parent that had severe anxiety, and that caused almost basically weekly anxiety attacks that scared the fuck out of me. And at times I did resent them because I was like, why can't you get better? Like, just fucking fix it and stop treating me like this. I'm an adult and I've dealt with things like that, and I'm like, damn. Like, I've probably treated people that same way. I've probably like, I don't know. I've been in the shoes, and now I know that it's not just so easy to just fix it. Now, however, if some people are not getting help that they know that they need, then it's a whole nother story, and it's like, okay, like, I'm mad at you because you're not trying to do anything. But when they are actively trying to fix it, and you start like hating that person for like what they're going through, like, it's understandable, but like, all we could do is just try to understand and be supportive. I'm my ex after he cheated on his most recent girlfriend with me. I didn't know. Well, you know now, and you know what kind of person he is, and he don't know no more. My brother annoyed me, so I pooped in his shoe and blamed it on the dog. All I have to say to you is stinky. A guy from my group kissed me and I didn't like him, also is a good friend of mine, and nobody knows. Well, nobody needs to know. You don't need to go around telling people because that's going to embarrass them, since especially you don't even like them like that. But aw, they took the shot and they tried it and it didn't work. Hey, you win some and you lose some. I met up with a random guy and lied about being 18. We did it in outdoors at the near forest at 2 a.m. All I have to say is, if you don't get your ass off of Grindr right now, because I know that's exactly what you use, bitches on Tinder don't meet in the forest, but bitches on Grindr will meet on a park bench. I'm totally kidding. I'm literally just basing it off of all the experiences I've heard from all my friends. Obviously, I'm not on Grindr, but the stories that I have heard from people on there have always been very questionable. By the way, if any of you guys use Grindr and you have like any like Grindr horror stories, feel free to like send it in the comments, because I would actually love to read those, and I'm sure a lot of people would too. I lied about having a boo for a long ass time and nobody knows it was a lie to this day. She said I have a man. Everybody, we've been together for 8 months. Over here texting yourself. I cheated on my mans and don't regret it. I cry when I can't get nicotine. And that's on Juul addiction. I snuck my F-buddy in tonight when my house is in quarantine. Are you trying to spread the virus? I stole $500 from my aunt. To this day, I still say it wasn't me and I blame it on my cousins. Baby. See the way the universe works with karma? My boyfriend and I have been together for almost 1.5 years and I still can't stop being flirty with other guys. Well, maybe you don't need to be in a relationship right now, girl, because if you can't stop being flirtatious and, you know, being with other people a certain way that you should only be with your boyfriend, like, then maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship. If you are not ready to commit fully to one person, then don't waste your time or theirs. Not a secret, but thought you should know. A bald guy put his head into a woman's vagina. I'm gonna stop reading that one. I caught my dad cheating on my mom and he doesn't want me to tell her.
Hello. Bitch, hold on.
I've been secretly hooking up with a world famous DJ for 8 years. I basically live a double life. Ooh, I wonder who it is. I kissed my sister's boyfriend on accident and I think I like him now. How do you kiss somebody on accident? One thing would be if you're like, oh, but like, how does that even happen in movies? When people like turn the corner and they kiss each other, like who's like that, like face to face with somebody? I don't know how you accidentally kiss somebody, but that's your sister's man, so you better back off. I peed on my friend's floor because the bathroom was being used. It was so awkward cleaning it up, oh my god. I still wish me and my ex would get together even though he hates me now. Why does he hate you? What'd you do? I got arrested for prostitution. I've been doing drugs because of my crush and she don't know. What do you mean you're doing drugs because of your crush? I miss your story times, not your recent videos. I also like your music. Please release more. I am releasing more music as soon as we're able to all like actually be together again. But if I'm gonna be honest, I can't really make story times as often just because I don't have a ton of things happening to me. And whenever I started like my channel with making this, not when I started my channel, when I started releasing the story times, I basically went over everything that like already happened to me in my life. So now I post story times when everything's like just randomly happen. So like I apologize to those of you that like only watch my videos whenever I have a story time, but like shit just don't really be happening because I be staying at home. But you guys are definitely getting more music, I can guarantee that. Like I'm actually trying to pursue it. I'm just perfecting everything. Just because of the criticism that I've gotten in the past, I'm not saying I got like a bunch of haters, but I take constructive criticism and I'm trying to better myself as an artist before I like drop more stuff. And by that I mean like, for example, one person said like, oh, this song feels like it could have had more. So now I'm like really paying attention to them and I'm like, I don't want it to seem empty. It needs to feel like full. I made an OnlyFans today. Do you, baby girl, do you, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons and you're comfortable doing something like that. I just found out that my boyfriend of 3 years cheated on me once back in 2018. Girl, I'm about to kill him. I became friends with this girl just to get closer to her man. It worked. He likes me. Girl, if you don't... I lost my virginity to a guy that's on the low, so I guess you could say it's his secret too. I have a fat, juicy ass. Good for you, can't relate. Not dark, but when I got bullied, I'd secretly take my bully's coat and throw them in the mud and rip them. Wait. I knew my boyfriend was cheating on me, but stayed with him for 2 more days so I could poke holes in his... Damn. My boyfriend of 7 years doesn't know I make my money by being a sugar baby. Slept with my best friend's brother accidentally on a drunk night full of regret. I got with my best friend's ex. What is your guys' opinion on girl code? Is girl code even a thing? Is it stupid to you? I got secretly married at the age of 18 without my parents knowing. Ooh, how'd you hide that secret? I cheated on my boyfriend while he was locked up. Now he's back and thinks I held it down. I like to make up scenarios and act them out daily. I slept with my ex's best friend and then got back with my ex. I still don't regret it. I saw my ex cheating on me, so I called his side chick and we had fun. I have a girlfriend now. We're gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, like, I love doing stuff like this. Like, it's very tea. I love the tea. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at simplyness15 so you know whenever I post on my story and I ask you guys to leave me questions, whether it be for a Q&A or just random stuff. Also, if anybody has the new Animal Crossing on Switch, feel free to leave your airport code or anything down below and I will visit you because bitch, I'm bored and I have Animal Crossing. But if you guys haven't watched my last video, it was a story time, so make sure you guys go and check that out. Make sure you subscribe and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye!